She has always been someone who favors the underdog in a lot of situations. She will go to great lengths to give them a voice, and she often perceived herself as being that voice.
I met Dr. Gall when I first began teaching. I was a new teacher looking for a job, and I was sent over to Oakland Terrace to meet Dr. Gall and to see what Oakland Terrace had to offer. And what I met there was a lady who was passionate about students, who was passionate about kids, who loved kids, and that really had a love for working with kids in poverty.
First of all, when I met Stefanie, I was just amazed at everything she was doing. She had the children, she had the husband, she had the PhD, she was teaching classes at night, she was teaching during the day, and she was still a really nice person.
Stefanie represents so many neat qualities, just her walk, her faith, her love of family, her love of life, her belief that tied to our mutual belief in education that every child deserves a great education, and she's always lived that.
She motivated people, and it was all about the kids, and it was always about the kids with Stefanie. But she knew her plan, she knew her vision, and she was going to follow through until it was finished.
If she believes in something, she has the most passion for that belief and for that project or whatever she's working on. And she's tenacious as she approaches it. And so I think she has accomplished a lot of things just by sheer determination.
I think the thing that impresses me most about Stefanie is her love of family, and what Dan and her have, and just the heart and passion she has for life. They travel the world. I can't keep up with it. I can't even spell most of the countries they've been to, but she just loves life.
It's nice to know somebody who really wants to help everybody.
You know, Stefanie shows leadership qualities in a lot of different ways. She leads by example, number one, I think. Her way of doing things always includes other people, always includes their viewpoints, their needs, their wants. Big on research, not high on emotion.
Took a school that was usually not considered one of the best schools in the county because of the area it served, and really made a good school out of it, as she did the same at Oakland Terrace.
She's a very goal-oriented person, and she came into our school and had a goal for our school and a mission.
She used to always dress up, wear a suit to work, and a lot of people started teasing her about that and everything. But what happened was she was setting a level of professionalism that others would soon follow and realize was important.
In my mind, I always think about the glass ceiling. You know, she broke the glass ceiling. She was the first female superintendent.
She taught me to understand poverty and understand children of poverty. She took me on home visits. She took me to their homes, to their work, to the parents' jobs, and really showed me what our kids at Oakland Terrace came from. And without that mentorship, I would probably still be blinded as to what Bay County, a lot of our children come from here.
Stefanie might be the first real academic leader we had as superintendent, and she set a tone of that for us that helped us to realize that we're not just about making everybody happy, we're about making futures for children.
I met Stefanie when I was hired by her mom because I'm a CNA. She was talking about her grandchild and that he was artistic. And I said, I have an artistic son. She was telling me about his skills. And I said, my son loves to draw. One day, he came home and I said, Dennis, why are you not drawing? You know, and he said, I can't draw very good. I'm not going to draw anymore. I happened to visit the Bay County School Board, and I seen my son's drawing on the wall. So I brought Dennis out to the Bay County School Board, And I said, Dennis, look. And he go, that's me. That's my picture, Mom. And I go, yeah. And he said, they like my picture. I said, yeah, Dennis. I told you, I said, you're a very good drawer. I said, don't give up. He said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to draw. And when I was telling Stefanie this story, she goes, you know who did that? And I said, what? She said, I did. And I couldn't help but get up and give her a great big hug. I said, you don't know, you think it's just a little thing you did. I said, this is such a big thing for my son and for me that you did that. You inspire him to continue on doing what he loves to do. So he drew a picture of Stefanie. And this is the picture, this is the drawing he drew of her. Oh. And he made her out as an angel. I think she is his angel sent.
Stefanie made a lot of positive changes in our school at Millville. To start with, she got a lot of the community people involved in our school to help make the school pretty. She did a lot of beautification projects. She trained the teachers about how to deal with children from poverty, because Stefanie really was an advocate for children from poverty.
Just in the educational realm, she has touched the lives of so many children. As superintendent, as principal of 2 schools. And everything she did, I think, was, to better the lives of the children that she touched.
Academics is single-mindedly her major effort in the district, was to take and make her schools and make the schools that she works with focused on education.
She incorporated the fine arts, and she really worked hard at making sure our students had instruments. They had violins, they have cellos, they have that background and that connection with music. And without Dr. Gall bringing that into Oakland Terrace, our kids would never have experienced those things.
Gentleman just came, put in some guttering for me, and he says, your wife was my principal when I was in school, and I'll never forget her. Now, he cannot remember for the life of him who his classroom teacher was, unfortunately, but he remembers Stefanie. STEF. The joke is we have a closet full of plaques with a PH in her name.
We've been friends for over 40 years now. And we first met them in about 1972 when they were applying for teaching positions in Bay County.
It's nice to have a friend who's, instead of, you don't want a friend that's tearing you down and criticizing you. You want one that is uplifting you. And that's why I think she always uplifts me.
We just seemed to click right away, both my wife and myself, with both of them. And we ended up traveling all over the world together the last 40 years. My younger daughter's named after Stefanie, so with an F.
She plays a ukulele as well, and the piano.
She's a harmonica player. I haven't heard her play it in a long time, but we were in the Alps in Switzerland going on those cable cars, and we had probably 30 people in that big cable car, and she played her harmonica all the way across from mountain to mountain. Kind of broke the tension because you're looking down from mountaintop to mountaintop, and it shakes a little bit too.
She loves to sing, and that's another thing I love about Stefanie, is that she and I know the words to all the same songs.
We've had a good time together, a great time. I couldn't have asked for a better lady, and I'm pleased that she chose me.
Dr. Gall, thank you so much for all you've done for the students of Oakland Terrace and for myself personally. We cannot thank you enough, and we love you, and you are so deserving.
Congratulations, darling. This is well deserved. This is a great honor for you, and it certainly represents the kinds of things and the kinds of activities that you've performed throughout your career, I think people are honoring you today, and I think it's wonderful and well-deserved. We love you.
Ann and I would just like to tell her we love her and look forward to traveling for many, many years with her and Dan.
Stefanie, I love you so much, and you don't know how much I appreciate your help with my son. God bless you.
Thank you, Stefanie, for being such a great mentor, great role model for many of us, and most of all, your example that you've set. You've made all of us step it up a notch and to be a better leader, to be a better person, and for that, I'll always be grateful to you.
Stefanie, you're a wonderful, wonderful person. I'm so glad you're my friend, and I am so proud of you. Love, love, love from Frances.